Your KRBC Storm Team Forecast with meteorologist Grant Tosteru.
Well, it's been kind of a cool and gloomy weekend all past weekend, and that cloud cover still sticking with us this morning after we saw some light rain move in yesterday evening. Roadways still pretty slick out there. Humidity very high across the region, so be aware you might run into some fog on your morning commute. But winds are going to be the story as we head into this afternoon. This morning they're out of the south-southwest, about 5 to 15 miles per hour, a bit breezier at times though. However, a cold front's going to approach the big country later today, and that's going to start to see an increase in southwesterly winds. By lunchtime, we're seeing those winds becoming southwesterly anywhere from about 10 to 20 miles per hour here in Abilene, even windier out west as high as 25 miles per hour. But as that cold front approaches the big country, you can see those winds really starting to pick up off to the west towards Snyder up into the Aspermont area, staying out of the southwest ahead of that front, anywhere from 20 to 30 miles per hour out there. Wind gusts as high as 40 miles per hour here in Abilene later this afternoon, but off to the west we could see those gusts as high as 50 miles per hour for some of our western counties. That front's going to move across the big country as we head later into the evening, eventually making its way off to the east by late tonight. And as that front pushes eastward, we're going to start to see those winds die down overnight, back to around 5 to 15 miles per hour to get you out the door tomorrow morning. But for those breezy conditions off to the west for some of our western counties, from Colorado City up towards Snyder into Kent County and King County off to the north, a wind advisory will go into effect at noon today until later this evening. High wind warnings in effect off towards the Lubbock area. So because that cold front moves in, it's going to bring in some much drier air behind it as well, and combined with those high winds, we're going to be looking at an elevated to critical fire danger off into the western big country for about Abilene points off west due to those strong winds and dry conditions making their way in. So red flag warning will also go into effect at noon today until later this evening for our counties off to the northwest due to that elevated to critical fire danger. So be aware of that as we head into your Monday afternoon. Unfortunately, still hanging into that cloud cover this morning, but it is keeping our temperatures very mild for this time of year. We're in the upper 40s and lower 50s across most of the region. Staying cloudy as we head towards lunchtime. Can't rule out that chance for a couple isolated light showers, some light drizzle out there too as we head towards your lunchtime today, warming into the low 60s by lunch this afternoon. Then as we head later into the afternoon and evening hours, starting to see that clearing from west to east as that front starts to approach our area. That's going to bring temperatures at close to 70 degrees out there with those strong winds too. Staying mostly sunny by 5 o'clock here in Abilene. 63 degrees for a high though, with just that small chance for rain. Wind gusts could be high as 40 miles per hour later this afternoon and into the evening. But once that front pushes in, we'll start to see those winds die down overnight. Skies remaining clear as temperatures fall back into the mid 30s to start your Tuesday morning. We're going to be a little bit cooler tomorrow thanks to tonight's front. Highs are going to stay in the 50s for Tuesday afternoon with plenty of sunshine. Starting that warming trend again on Wednesday, though, we're going to be back into the mid and upper 70s for your Valentine's Day as some windy conditions make their way back in under partly sunny skies. Then another cold front's going to move in Friday morning, and that's going to keep us in the 60s as we head into the weekend.
Is that why they call it the winds of change? It just changes the weather and blows it all over the place.
That's the way it works in West Texas.